Hi, everyone. My name is Chris, and this week I chose option one, the Counselor Media Curation Project. I chose 7 resources. My first resource is the movie Inside Out. It is about 11-year-old Riley, who is happy-go-lucky until her parents decide to uproot her to San Francisco. Her emotions, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, try to make the process of moving more pleasant for her, but sadly it goes south when sadness accidentally turns a positive memory into a sad one. Joy and sadness tumble, causing them to get swept away with her core memories, leaving anger, fear, and disgust to deal with Riley. My second resource is the movie Turning Red. May, a Chinese Canadian student, lives with her parents, Ming and Jin. She helps take care of her family's temple and just wants to make her mother proud, which causes her to hide who she truly is. Her life becomes more complicated when she becomes of age and transforms into a giant red panda whenever she experiences strong emotions thanks to a family curse. My third resource is the movie Silver Linings Playbook. Pat moves back in with his parents after losing his job, wife, and spending time in a mental facility. He is determined to reunite with his wife and rebuild his life. However, things get complicated when he meets Tiffany, who agrees to help him get his wife back if he helps her with her dance competition. My fourth resource is the movie To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus Finch is a lawyer who defends an African-American man, Tom Robinson, who is falsely accused of raping a white woman. The story is told through Scout's perspective, who is Atticus's daughter, as she and her brother Jem become fascinated with the trial and their reclusive neighbor, Boo Radley. Despite Atticus's vigorous defense of Robinson, he was convicted and killed, but Scout and Jem learn greater compassion and courage. My fifth resource is the movie 28 Days. While intoxicated, Gwen, a big city newspaper columnist, ruins her sister's wedding and crashes a limousine. This causes her to be mandated to go to a drug and alcohol rehab facility for a month. Gwen does not believe she has a problem, but eventually begins to take her substance abuse more seriously. My sixth resource is a book, What to Do When You Worry Too Much. This is an interactive self-help book for children and parents. Metaphors, illustrations, drawing prompts, and writing prompts are used to help children and parents understand cognitive behavioral therapy techniques that reduce anxiety. This book motivates, empowers, and educates children to work towards change. My last resource is another book. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Eleanor is an introverted, withdrawn individual who follows a strict daily routine. Her life changes when she saves an elderly man's life with the help of her IT colleague. Her walls begin to come down, and she discusses her profound trauma from her past, indicating the power of human connection in the emotional healing process in this fictional story. I selected Inside Out because it is a great movie that explains how a child's emotions adapt when something changes in their life. This movie is a great way to explain to clients, especially younger ones, the various emotions we may experience, particularly in response to change in our lives. It helps children understand what those emotions mean, what they may be feeling, and how to regulate those emotions. I selected Turning Red because it is a good cultural representation of collectivism. It is a great way to gain a deeper understanding of children from other cultures who may face cultural and family expectations, attachment wounds, and intergenerational conflict. This film portrays an array of emotions that the child may not understand or know how to control. She must navigate these within her family's culture and her own expectations of being there for her family and making them proud of her. I picked Silver Linings Playbook because it did a good job of explaining mental illness and the difficulty of living with a mental illness, as well as having other family members who have a mental illness. It does a good job of portraying the process of finding something one enjoys, which helps navigate the mental illness, interpersonal relationships, and daily struggles of life. To Kill a Mockingbird does an excellent job portraying stigma, confronting discrimination, bias, and prejudice, as well as cultural expectations, issues of class, gender role expectations, conformity, and the complexity of human nature. This film explores the idea that people are not inherently good or bad, and that things are not black and white, but rather that individuals possess a mix of both, and that the world is often a shade of gray. It highlights the importance of empathy and compassion. I picked 28 Days because of its portrayal of addiction, the 5 stages of change, and the importance of treatment. I understand how it emphasizes the importance of appropriate peer support, the impact of relationships, relapse prevention, and how long the road to recovery can truly be. Sometimes it is about the journey, but sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination. What to Do When You Worry Too Much is a nice guidebook for children, parents, and teachers for discussing difficult topics such as anxiety and depression. It also provides adaptable tools for the child's toolbox to navigate these emotions and feelings in the future. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine is a compelling fictional story that helps individuals understand the complexities of trauma. It can also help them understand the importance of creating a support system in the healing process. These movies and books can help clients contemplate narratives closely related to their own story, but in a less intimidating way. Emotions can be challenging to define and difficult to recognize when they arise. By identifying relatable dialogue or characters, clients develop a deeper understanding of their own difficulties and emotions. They may be able to explain their emotions better, realize what their emotions really look and feel like. Relating to a scene is easier than discussing it directly. The movies and books may help them feel like they are a part of something and that they are not alone. This makes it easier to process and then discuss how to manage their emotions and behavior better. Everyone is different, so watching movies or reading books that offer diverse perspectives may make them feel heard and allow them to understand others or themselves from a different perspective. They may also be exposed to various therapies, including family therapy, group therapy, equine therapy, music therapy, art therapy, and cognitive behavioral therapy, among others. These familiar movies and books can offer clients comfort during times of need. I look forward to incorporating them into my toolkit and utilizing them to help clients navigate their emotions in complex situations better. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great rest of your week.